Worry is imagination run amok, but faith is imagination sanctified. Are you ready for some good news? When your heart and mind are linked to God's truth, you can let your imagination run wild. At the center of our God-likeness, what it is that makes us like God, is our ability to see things that don't exist. Animals can't do that. There's some evidence that gorillas can play pretend games, and some dolphins have proven they can perform tricks that they've invented themselves. But only human beings can do something like turning experience working on bicycles into a dream of creating a heavier-than-air aircraft. When the Wright brothers flew their first manned flights of a few hundred feet at Kitty Hawk, it wasn't the cold December winds that lifted the plane. It was their imagination that got them off the ground. Only a human could do something like buy 30,000 acres of cattle and swamplands in central Florida because of a vision to build the happiest place on earth. No, it isn't Mickey Mouse or Cinderella's castle that today brings 52 million annual guests to Disney World. It's really Walt's imagination that has drawn them. And only a human could stand in front of 250,000 civil rights supporters from the steps of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. on a hot day of August in 1963 in a nation still practicing grave inequality and imagine that his 4 little children would one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. That's imagination. Worry is the imagination corrupted. Instead of envisioning the good things it can be, worry is the force of imagination to envision all that can go wrong. But faith is the imagination sanctified. Faith is dreaming God's dreams and seeing God's possibilities. Instead of simply fighting against worry, you can ask God to sanctify your imagination. The Spirit of God wants to help you dream holy dreams. And that's the gospel. Well, that's today's good news, and you get more like it by clicking right here. Better yet, subscribe, and be sure and get all of these and start every day with good news. I hope you have a great one.